Oh, it's Thursday the 7th of August, and hello! We can see you, Mr. Chemtrail. See him? This has been an onslaught coming from the right, covering a beautiful August, late summery August day. And there you go. Why would they do that? Why would you come along and dump loads of aerosols all over the sky? Why would you do that? The temperature's not particularly hot out there. What's going on? Why the hell have they just come along and spoiled this wonderful, warm, summery August afternoon? Why would they do that? Look at it. I've noticed it about these types of chemtrails. I'm getting cables caught. I've noticed about these types of chemtrails. Okay, it's weird. It's like I went into hospital recently and I had to have a barium meal X-ray. Okay, and what it does is it basically it's a low level of radiation, barium, which is what they've been spraying on us in nanoparticles, and basically it shows up, your internal organs, your spine. You can see. I mean, I was looking at this screen. It's crazy. You can see your internal organs. You can see the bottom of your pelvis. You can see the spine. Amazing. And I don't know why, but there's something about these chemtrails sometimes that just look like that. Like this one, for instance. I mean, it looks like the vertebrae and the spine sort of cracked up, broken. I don't know. It's like 3D printers trying to make it or something. I don't know. It's just weird. I've got another video with the same thing, and you can even see the it's got internal organs and the vertebrae in the back. It's weird. I mean, why is that happening? It's just it's just one of the things. A side note to this chemtrailing, this evil, this genocide that they're committing on us. It's just a footnote. But these shapes that some of these chemtrails are taking are very weird. I've already discussed and talked about the round kind of globe see-through things that keep appearing in these chemtrails. I don't know, sometimes it's in 3s and 2s, or one big one or a small one, So there we go. Chemtrails, my friend. Humanity's worst enemy and nightmare, and look at it. The sky is covered in it. Well, the right hand side is covered, and now it's making its way to the left side. Bedminster's over that way. You've got Bristol Airport straight in front of me. You've got Bedminster Trading Estate over there, and then you got the hill. And later on we're all going to be breathing this in and poisoning us. You won't feel it because the nanoparticles are so fine. They're just normal. Air filters cannot extract this stuff. People have tried it. People have brought their South air filters, and it's not making any difference. Somebody found out that you can actually filter out this aluminium oxide, barium oxide, strontium, cesium, raw sewage, and all the rest of the stuff that they've been spraying, experimenting with us, and God knows what else they've been doing. But they've been experimenting for some time. I mean, look at some of the shapes they've got. It's just weird. You know? Side window shot. I mean, there's a point I was trying to make, but this, this really says it all, doesn't it? Why do this? And it's nice and, it's coming up to 5:30 in the evening, and it's beautifully, it's just like an Indian summer, more or less. Could be a bit warmer. And if these chemtrails were not in the sky, there wouldn't be a cloud up there, the sun would be fine, and we'd be sitting down having, a nice late summer barbecue or whatever it is you're doing, This takes years off your life, this stuff. It is taking years off your life. I've got a video on my site. There's this professor, and he's promoting cordial silver, which is an ancient cure for lots of things. And basically, it's silver cordial. It's nanoparticled pure silver. It's like electrolysis. You do it in pure water. Can't remember the word. Pure, distilled water. And you just put, I've made stuff myself. I've got to make some more, but I want to make a refined amount. Because the slower you put the current through, the slower it. Nanoparticles, and you get smaller particles or something like that, but you get more. The dose mixes with your body better if you take longer. Anyway, this doctor, he was promoting this silver cord oil. He said that we are born with a death sentence. He said we are all born with a death sentence, and he said that basically we should live to about 150 plus with no trouble. But because of all the poison, and all the microwave radiation, and if you notice how convenient every now and again we have like a nuclear accident like Chernobyl, Fukushima, and every time that happens, that takes, that hits the whole world with radiation. It circulates, it filtrates, it gets in everything. It slightly damages the cells, if you're lucky. We all don't know yet the full implications of what's happened with Fukushima and what is happening now. They're storing hundreds of thousands and thousands of gallons of nuclear waste, contaminated water they've been using to cool the reactor, and the drums that they're using to hold it in have started to deteriorate. They've started to fall apart. Okay, and that's seeping into the ocean. so every now and again something comes along. An American satellite broke up. I can't. Some time ago in the 70s or 80s, it broke up, coming back into our atmosphere. It had a nuclear device on it. I don't know what sort of. I think it was just some sort of isotope for reading the surrounding area and stuff. And basically, it broke up in our atmosphere, and everything on this planet. It's basically somebody could walk up to you with a Geiger counter, and this particular type of radiation that this satellite had, it would register on the Geiger counter. So you could walk up to anybody, and they would all have that particular type of specific type of radiation. So in a way, if you like, not only are we all poisoned with that particular type of radiation, but we're also all tagged with that particular type of radiation. Everything is infected with it. Apparently, I suppose it wasn't a low type of radiation. Oh my God! I mean, you see, this is the evil they're doing. This is how they're going to take the rest of our summer away. Look at it. Why? That is so evil. It's just like, oh, I know. Let's come along. Let's go and spray a whole load of crap and evil in the sky, ruining their evening, and let's just keep spraying in front of the sun till it looks like that. Can anybody tell me why that is being done? Why is that being done? Look at it. It's disgusting. It makes me want to go and find the people that are doing this, put them against the wall, and bloody shoot them. Because later on, I know I keep saying it, we're going to breathe this in. Okay? And this is going to poison us. And so it's going back, to everything that we've breathed in, all of this chemtrails and everything, it's convenient, isn't it? Oh, there's another nuclear accident. Oh, the whole world's been in. And to be honest with you, with the chemtrail attacks we've been having over the past 28 years and all the rest of the pollution that they've been putting on us, I'd say they've taken at least, and this is, I reckon, around about 15 to 20 years off of our life, if not more. This professor, this doctor, the one with the caudral silver, he reckons that we should live to about 150. 150. I don't know what it is, but when I actually start believing that, I seem to start breathing deeper. And my whole metabolic rate seems to slow down. It just, they say that, like, the human spirit is an amazing thing. I remember hearing this story about this lady on a ship, and she was ill, and she was dying because of this illness, and her religion dictated that she should do this ceremony, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but because the ship never had this particular things and stuff, and they couldn't do the ceremony in the way that she wanted to do for her death, it's crazy, isn't it? She actually survived the voyage and went on to live to be like 110 or something, because she, her faith in what was going on around her and what she was doing was so strong that nothing was going to, and it's kind of like they're reversing that by doing this. They're reversing that because they're turning things that are natural, like our weather, which as far as I'm concerned controls everything, really. It tells you when to be ready for the cold or the hot. In the old days it was important to know when the seasons were changing and coming. Your psyche and being needed that it's a clock, like the whole universe is a clock, and the seasons are a clock, and if you mess with that clock and mess with those seasons, then you're gonna, you get this. You get this weird kind of negative, surreal feeling of, you tell me. When I think about, what these people were doing, these evil, satanic, devil worshippers that have control of everything, including our weather now, tell me that they haven't, and tell me that is not, that's messed up. That is, look at it, that is messed up. It's just, that shouldn't be there. My psyche should not be registering this. I shouldn't be thinking, I shouldn't be looking at this. It should be, why am I? My subconscious mind is reading this, and it's saying, this ain't right, Jack. This should be a beautiful August evening sky, So part of my mind's like freaking out, thinking, what's going on, and rightfully so. And what I realised the other day, what I had to do is compartment this properly, because it's taken me over. It's to me, we are fighting a third world war. The difference is that it's like the Matrix. You can check out for a while and put your feet up and have a cup of tea. There's not bombs and stuff going off around you and things. It's not like that. It's not that sort of war. But this is war. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm a soldier and I'm fighting it, The New World Order and what they're doing to everyone on this planet, and how they're making them feel and suffer and kill each other. Making you think we haven't got a way of making free energy, having a way of running any country, no matter what religion you have, in peace and harmony with the rest of the world and the universe, These people are they're just playing us. They're just playing us to get what they want, and that's our sadness, their money, their evil, and to serve their person, or to serve their leader, And their leader, if you don't know who he is by now and what's going on, even if you're not religious, there are evil people who serve this evil, and this is what they're doing for him. So yeah, this world can be run peacefully, no matter what your beliefs, whether or not you believe you have a spirit or a soul or not. I do. If you don't, that's your prerogative, But what's going on up here, and always, this is definitely something to do with. It's much bigger. It's much, much bigger. There's something else. It's not just weather modification. It's not. It's, and it's bad. It's evil people, And it's also taking away my summer and poisoning my world, our world. Why are we letting these people get away with it? I've been doing my homework with Noah's Ark, because I was trying to work out why they put it on recently. And I just, basically what I realised was that in those days I know it's going to sound weird, but we actually connected with nature in a way like we, connect or interface something with a telly or, your laptop or whatever. They actually managed to do it with nature. I know it's a phenomenal thing to think and say, isn't it? But that's how. There's. I'm doing a video on it soon, so I won't go on. But this professor, he's got this. He's found this kind of stone sarcophagus thing. And what you do is it's in the shape of a scorpion, and it's got these metal magnets, in the back, and they're perfectly lined up, with acupuncture points in your back, the energy points in your back, in your spine, in your central nervous system. And they found quite a few of these some that they were making and some that they'd already made, and when you're showing ultraviolet light on them, they actually light up. They're also ultravioletly stamped as well. And these, like, I think it's like 4,000 to 8,000 years old, some of these things. And they show a picture of this guy wearing it as well, and you can see that these things line up with the spine and the central nervous system. And yeah, this acupuncturist said, "Look, mate, they're in exactly the same energy points that we use for acupuncture." So putting two together, I won't go into it too much because I am going to do a little video about it soon because I think it's amazing. I think what actually happened is in the time of Noah that these people were using using a process by which you can control nature, the insect world. I don't know. Perhaps anything, as long as if you could interface with nature, then the whole world was a different place. The third eye, which gives you the triangle. The third eye, your eyes, and that's the triangle. And then you've got the all-seeing eye, the all-seeing eye of God, the universe, and everything. So that's in those days used to make pyramids because it was. They understood the universe and the earth and Mother Nature, and that they, why would you go and bury a pot of gold at the end of a field somewhere and leave it there? Even if you're reasonably poor, why would you do that? Because they knew the universe, they knew it breathed, and they breathed with it, I suppose. And these bad guys did the same thing, and then they, I suppose. Year after year, thousands of years, we've been doing this because been around for some time. And I suspect that we were going to have the flood anyway, and they just made it 100 times worse. These evil people, and that all the good people of Noah and that existed at that time gets framed, and they keep framing them. They put Noah on recently, didn't they? Keep reminding everybody, which is, a lot of rubbish, really. And I believe that they went around the world. They had, and they made these arks, and they got as many animals as they could, as much plant species, whatever, as they could together. They probably had sort of some meetings and stuff, in secret. And then when the big flood did come, these arks met up, and then they just tried to survive as they did. It must have been tragic. I suppose Noah must have been the leader and the captain of the fleet, but I'm sure they made, because in Japan or Korea they've just unearthed this wooden structure, and it's an ark, and it's got like feeding bays, straw, and I think it's around about 6,000 to 7,000 years old. So I don't know how long it took for the flood to subside, and but it must have took a few years, to start drying up and land appearing again. But I wasn't even going to go on about it because I've been thinking hard about the times of Noah and what really happened, and I think that's more along the lines of what happened is that the bad men got in control, they messed it up, and the flood that we were going to have anyway was 100 times worse. Payback. Oh God! I want to get one of these. I want to get a proper picture of one of these stone things. See if you can replicate one, make one. Interface with starting that out, and it's just what these people could actually do, and the secret knowledge of what they knew is amazing, and I suppose that's why they built pyramids, because that was the perfect 3-point, symmetrical 3-pointed thing, in the third eye, and I'm going to do a program on that soon anyway, a video rather, program. It just fascinates me, what the Bible says and what it says God says, and what I think really happened, and the difference, and why they're keeping that secret knowledge from us. It's disgraceful, and they're doing this, and if they know that secret knowledge, they're using that, they're vamping it up with our own microwave technology and really doing something bad. And are we going to pay by that? It's weird, and we are in equatorial mass as well, which I think is one of the most important things that's happening at the moment is equatorial mass. I'm just wondering if my chembusters are clearing that up. Made some primitive chembusters using binoculars and crystals and meteorites, and wish I had like spare £500,000 to spend on one of these microwave weapons that they use with HAARP and stuff to control the weather and the ionosphere, but just make one in reverse or something. But unfortunately I haven't. See, there's one down now, but I cannot see the plane. Can you? That cloud. What about cloud chemtrail? Through that cloud, and you should come out the other side there somewhere. There he goes. Yeah, inside, but these skies, they just, they look alien. They are alien skies. They are man-made. And it's like 6 o'clock in the evening. There's no reason why they should do this now. The temperature, it doesn't matter if the sun hits daytime centre reading. It doesn't matter. The sun's going down. And it's evening time. Stop. There's no need to do this. We better go out and poison Clifton, central Bristol, because the sun's shining too much, or just for a few hours in the evening. I don't think so. So anyway, there's my thoughts, people. We live in strange times, very strange times. And I say again, if you're 28 or under, this is normal to you, and it is not normal. It's evil. This is not right. Okay, so please. Most of the summer that we had was good. We had chemtrails, and we had the milky background, but mainly it was a good summer, and I hadn't seen one like that for about 28 years. Not like that. That hadn't been messed around with completely. Because during the summer we have micro seasons, bits and pieces of the summer which change, and they use HAARP, microwave 5 to 8 megahertz frequency. Mind authorization. You're going to feel winter more now. You're going to feel, I went out there the other night. I took a few breaths, and the aluminium in the air was so horrible. It just made my senses think that even everything else around me was even more depressed, and I felt more depressed. And I thought, I don't like this. This is not right. They're messing. It shouldn't be like that. It's just it should be a beautiful August evening, and it's not. Look at it. And now what I've started to understand is to shake this monkey that is being put on my back by these evil people with all this, I don't know what's going on, but is actually shake it off. Just say no. I know what reality should be, and I know what the skies and the heavens should look like, and I know what you're doing. You're the non-reality. I am the real reality. The countryside and things around me are the real reality. The sky is the real reality. You are the imposter. I shouldn't be seeing this. My mind, my unconscious, the collective unconscious for the past 28 years of everybody's been thinking, oh, this is normal, this is okay. Except that level of domination and microwave frequency, I don't think so. Those of you who've managed to understand what it means to have a bit of a normal summer this year, even if you are under 28, because that's it, that's the thing that does my head in. It's time now, it's time, and we have made a difference. Everybody that's campaigning against chemtrails, HAARP, the evil things that they're doing, we have managed to make them stop so much, just being blasé. I've checked all my old chemtrail pictures, and seriously, talk about taking the piss. But people have started looking up, people have started noticing, people understand what they're doing now. A lot of people, even on the level of poisoning us, just poisoning us is enough as far as I'm concerned, let alone the microwave frequencies and evil net of unhappiness they're putting on everybody and taking our weather away, and just equatorial mass, the great dark rift, the doorway to the underworld. It's just so much going on at the moment, about finding out about Noah and how they lived, and how it wasn't really the good people of Noah's time that created a much worse flood. It was the evil people of Noah's time, and there's this ancient technology which is being hidden from us, Well, there we go. What can I say? Oh God, I need to go and see a chiropractor or something. Oh God. Yeah, it's just crazy. What is that? Can you see? It's just. Anyway, I got my chem busters out. Chem buster there, and the crystals, my plants, and organiting and stuff. So, keeping the evil at bay. That's all we can do at the moment, I suppose, people. I'll leave the camera out for a while. Check the difference in the sky. Thanks, peeps. Keep fighting. So when I say go away, what does that mean? What does go away mean? It means go away?